Hi, and welcome to another Facebook Live. This time, this is number 42. And let me start with the formal introduction and get into the topic. My name is Barry Selby. I am known as the Love Doctor to my friends and clients. I am a passionate champion of the divine feminine, as well as being a relationship attraction expert. I am a #1 best-selling author, speaker, and coach. Okay, that's my resume. And I've been on this path for over 30 years, so I've been very passionate about this journey of love, of life, of being whole, and coming from a place of inner focus, and say this, coming from a place of inner strength to outer expression, versus the other way around. And so the topic today is actually kind of random, because it's kind of a hodgepodge of things I was watching today on social media. In fact, I'll be on Periscope later on tonight talking about that social media thing. But this one's going to be a Facebook Live that will go onto YouTube later on in case you're watching it from the other side, as it were. And the title basically is this: Love yourself, you deserve it. And I'll explain that and break it down in a moment. The model or the example I want to use to illustrate this to begin with is a friend of mine I saw posted today. Posted basically an interaction with this guy. And say this. She said, if you had heard this from the man you were seeing and you ran like she did, then you would be, you would dodge the bullet. And it's true, because the way he was acting from was very external. And basically, he was basically saying about how can you pass this up, talking about his wealth and his apparent member size, I'll be polite, that how could she possibly turn him down? Versus, who the hell is he that doesn't know how to express himself from inside out? I'm like, any man like that doesn't deserve it. And I did do 2 Facebook Lives about Don't Be a Dick, which explained that behavior very clearly. But the reason I want to talk about this today is really from the point of view that many women out there, because it's mostly for women, but men can get this lesson too, many women out there are looking for love in all the wrong places, to quote a song, that is driven by a need to feel full, feel loved, and feel filled up from outside. And first of all, it's an error in approach, and secondly, the second part of it is it'll never work. It's temporary at best. So when I put the title together of Be More Loving, You Deserve It, what I'm really saying is to really have a heightened approach to attract what you want. And ladies, if you watch my videos and you get help from me, you know that I really help you attract what you want, not hunt for what you want. That's a big teaching, by the way. I talked about that before. Then it's about you being more loving with yourself. What I'm saying is be more loving because you deserve to love yourself, because that's where it starts. For anybody, men and women, can listen to this point, it really is about both. And the truth is that your love is what fills you up. And their love never will. I'll say that one again. Your love for yourself, your love from yourself, your love that fills you up, will fill you up. Their love, your partner's love, that dates, partner's romantic relationship experience will never fill you up. At least not more than temporarily. So when I say be more loving, I mean it to the one in the mirror. I mean it to say that you can be more whole, more full, more fulfilled by being in your own self-love. So be more loving in how you take care of yourself. Be more loving in how you take care of the way your life is. Be more loving by accepting where you are in your life, by forgiving yourself for any judgments you've held against yourself. Be more loving in what you feed yourself. Be more loving in how you take care of your body. Be more loving in your spiritual practice. Be more loving in the choices you make in jobs, in relationships, especially, as you know that's what I'm passionate about, but in every area of your life. Be more loving on the freeway. There are so many ways to apply this and places to put it into action in your life that will raise the quality of your life, both your health internally and your experience externally. So, as I said, be more loving. You deserve it. You deserve this. And please, please, don't wait for some guy to come along to save you. Ladies, because some of you have been doing that. You're waiting forever for Mr. Right to show up, and he's never going to show up the way you are. But if you take care of yourself, first of all, by loving yourself and being more loving in your life, two things are going to happen. One, you won't need him. And two, when he shows up, unless he actually equals or excels at the level of love that you will experience for yourself, he won't get your attention. Let that one sink in for a second. So again, if you're being more loving to yourself and to your life and to your way of being in the world, you are actually going to find that your own standards will rise, will be raised by your beingness, by your own, I can say this, your own authentic knowing of who you are and what you deserve. Your self-love, your self-support, and your self-appreciation are the minimal standards that anybody else who wants to come into your life has to meet or excel, or exceed rather. Whether it's a relationship partner, a family member perhaps, a friend, a co-worker, any of that stuff. Because if you're, for example, in a job that sucks the lifeblood out of you, that you don't feel fulfilled by, when you are more loving to yourself, you realize and you choose higher, you leave that job to something better. Don't be a slave to something that doesn't respect you, whether that's a person, a job, or an environment. Be more loving with you. Be more loving because you deserve it. Absolutely, you deserve the best. And it starts inside. I think that's really clear. A couple of points I want to make because I want to keep this fairly brief. Well, actually, this is my Facebook Live series and they are running about 10 minutes each, which is fairly brief. But I want to make sure I have some illustrated points along the way for you to recognize and realize from this. First of all, it's so tempting to compare yourself against anybody else, whether it's your family member, your sister, your brother, your co-worker, your relationship partner, or your ex's new girlfriend, if you're a woman, ex's new boyfriend, if you're a man. It's tempting to compare yourself, and it's tempting to compare yourself unfavorably with them. Don't. I mean, it's clear enough to say it that way, but the reality is this. Again, when you compare yourself with anything out in the world, good, bad, or indifferent, you're putting your focus externally on where you value who you are. And when I say be more loving, as I said in the title so many times, when you're being more loving, you don't have that drive, that need to compare yourself with external situations and circumstances. Be more loving because you deserve it, supporting yourself, owning that, loving yourself, expressing yourself, and respecting yourself means that whatever happens outside there doesn't affect this. It might affect your life in some way, shape, or form, but your self-support, your self-evaluation, your self-respect does not get diminished is the right word, by what happens out there. In fact, you find yourself more able to respond and handle life's circumstances and situations because you're being, what's I'm looking for? Well, being whole, first of all. But secondly, being more able to act from a proactive place versus a reactive place. So question for you, how many times in the past have you found yourself in situations, whether it's relationship-wise or if it's business-wise or social areas, where you found yourself in reaction to something that happened without thinking about it? If you're doing that, or if you've done that, that's a clue, that's a sign that your self is not centered in here, yes, self-centered, versus being self-centered out there. If you're attached to appearances, attached to what people think of you, you're making a mistake. You will do best, in fact you'll do amazingly, to have the standard for your own desires, your own level of respect for yourself. Because it's not about them, it's about you. I trust that is clear. So these reminders, these keys I've been giving in this talk are all simple steps you can take that raise your own standards. And the great thing about this is most of these are fairly free. I mean, some of them are going to cost money if you're investing in new diet program or new exercise routines, things like that. You might choose to raise the bar that way. But it's for your standards, not for anybody else's. It's for your respect of yourself and for your love of yourself I'm talking about this for. So take this to heart, literally and figuratively. Take these in, because I suspect if you're watching this video, there's maybe room in your life for improvement of how much you love yourself, how much you respect yourself, and how much you deserve the best in your life. Or I should say, how much you allow yourself to deserve the best in your life. Got you thinking, I hope. So, to summarize or to bring this home, because I want to keep this video is usually, as I say, running around 10 minutes. I want to keep this fairly succinct. There's something like quotes coming through right now. I'm like, no, that doesn't fit. That doesn't fit either. The bottom line is this: you do deserve the best. The secret is, the best is in here, not out there. Own it. Honor who you are. Love who you are, because you do deserve the best. And then watch how your life will transform amazingly. That's a promise, by the way. So summarizing, my name is Barry Selby. As I mentioned at the beginning of this, I am a love and relationship expert, author, speaker, and a passionate champion for the divine feminine. My audience is primarily strong, successful women. That's who I help, that's who I serve, that's who I champion, helping them be more feminine, more successful in the world because of the power they bring. And it's my honor to serve. If you need help in areas like this, please message me. My links, I'll put links below from my website. You can find out more about me. And I trust that you will take some of this to heart. Please take the time to love yourself more, to be more loving, and to realize how much you deserve this and more. And if you know anybody who really would benefit from this video, please share it with them. I appreciate that, of course. If you want to find out more about me, look up my website in the link below. All right, I said that twice now. Time to wrap up. Thanks for watching this video. I trust that you will take this to heart, because you deserve it. I'll talk to you later. In fact, I'll be back on again tomorrow. See you later. Bye.